Oh, it works. Thank you. Well, here we are. You enjoy that Count Basie? Yeah. Well, it was a real honor. I made that recording in 1960, or was it 62, B? I think it was 60, 1960. And Bill Basie was just phenomenal. Man, that band could play a groove like nobody else. And it was Bill Basie that always set the tempo. And the rest is kind of history, I guess. Before we go further, though, I want everybody to acknowledge a young lady over on the end here, my wife, B. Stand up. Come on, stand up, baby. Stand up. There she is. Yeah. Oh, thank you, people, because we have been married 60 years. And it's not because I was a nice guy. It's because she's incredible. And I still believe that. Boy, what a great group of people. I am a little embarrassed in that I'm totally unprepared, except for one thing. We got a couple mics set up, and I want you people to ask me questions. And I'm going to say one thing. I have no secrets. Anything that I know, I give to you with love.
So here's your chance. This is one of the, maybe the greatest engineer that's ever lived. Go up to the mics if you want to ask a question.
What was your worst, oh crap moment during your recording history?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had one of those. Because let me tell you one thing. I desperately love what I do. And you can ask B. I have a beautiful little studio at home. And I spend a lot of hours in that great little studio making great recordings. Good question. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, you.
I'm Mr. Swedien. Thank you for taking the
No,
time to be here today.
call me Bruce.
All right, Bruce. I was just curious, Thriller, the remaster, I find it to be a lot louder. I mean, that's an album that I thought sounded great to begin with. It's an excellent album, great sounds, really punchy. How do you feel about an album like that was already so successful and so good sounding to be just remastered? Is that something that you were involved with, or?
Perhaps. My favorite mastering engineer is in Los Angeles, Bernie Grunman. You heard of him?
I actually have not, but I'll check him out.
Please check him out. But yeah, Thriller didn't sound too bad to begin with. But let me ask you this, do any of you listen to Thriller these days?
Yes.
Whoa. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for your time.
Sure.
Hi, my name is Juan David, Bruce, and I just wanted to ask...
What's your name?
Juan David.
Juan?
Just call me Juan.
You can call me anything but late for dinner.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Juan.
Sometimes you are producing a song and you have, you wanna have a very mainstream thing, but you are making something that sounds a little bit weird. I don't know if you have heard of dubstep or something like that. How do you know when you are giving another step in music or you are just making the things wrong?
Well, you have to trust your heart. go, you know what you do? Turn the lights out in your control room and listen to the music alone, not too loud. Don't exceed an SPL of 90, say. And if it moves you to tears, it's okay. And don't go by any technical values. There's only one thing that we have in music recording, and I want everybody to get this once and for all, and that is music first. Nothing else means anything. Does that help?
Yes, thanks a lot.
Hi, my name is Elena Han. I just want to know, what is the biggest challenge you've ever had to encounter?
Whoa. Boy. I don't ever remember having a huge challenge. I remember having some problems from time to time, but for instance, with Michael, when we did Thriller, that was a bit of a challenge because the idea was to make, Quincy gave us a mandate. Quincy Jones, you ever heard of him? Quincy Jones gave us a mandate. He said, okay, we have got to make music that makes people want to go into the record stores, makes them want to go into the record stores and buy it, to lay down their hard-earned green on the counter to get this music.
Thank you.
Hi, Bruce.
Hi. What's your name?
My name is Claude.
Claude.
So you've done so many great things so far
Oh, thank you.
along your career, but I would like to hear a little bit about the story about, I mean, you can't do all these things without a way of getting here. So how were you able to make all these things? Like, what was the opportunity or the event that led you to all of this, you know?
Well, I guess I would have to give my mother and father a lot of credit because they said to me, just do it. And then to B, I have to give her the credit because, you know, sometimes we have to spend late hours, long hours in the studio, and I wouldn't be home. A lot of times, B'd get up in the morning and I still wouldn't be home. I'd still be in the studio cranking away. And never a complaint, never a word. But I have to say this, I made it a habit of including her in everything. That Count Basie stuff, she was at those sessions. Actually, she was copying down lyrics for Joe Williams to sing from. And she knew Michael. She actually drove for Michael for a while. But my mother and father said to me, you do what you really want to do. And I think they envisioned me becoming a great classical pianist. And that gene just didn't end up in me. I can play a little light boogie woogie on the piano, but that's about all.
Yeah, but I mean, I was talking more about like, how did you end up working in so many great projects, like from where you were, I don't know, a high school student to where the producer you were?
Well, I guess I made up my mind early on that I was going to do the best work that I possibly could. Everything else, be damned. And that's what I wish for everybody here. You must make the decision to do the best work that you can do. Always, not just once in a while. And you have to find out what's your favorite kind of music. You know what, this will interest you, I think. What one of my favorite kinds of music is, because I did a lot of it, being, you know, born in Minnesota and so on, starting my career there, I did a whole lot of polka bands. I recorded Whoopi John's orchestra, Harold Loffelmacher and the Six Fat Dutchmen. But you want to know something? Those records sound incredible. It was my job, and I made them as good as I possibly could. You understand what I'm getting at? Who's
Yes.
next?
Thank you so much, Bruce.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Landon. And
Landon?
yes. And I was just wondering, who decided to have the narrator come in like halfway through the song of Thriller? Like, who decided that? The producer or just all of you guys?
Rod Temperton wrote those pieces, and it was his decision. Do you know who Rod Temperton is?
Yeah.
He's an English writer. He wrote many, many of Michael's biggest hits, like Rock With You and so on. And I think it was Rod's decision. And to use Vincent Price was Peggy Lipton's idea. Quincy's wife at the time was working with Vincent Price. And that's a name you may not know, but he's the guy that does the rap or the spoken part in Thriller. And he did it very seriously. You must be serious about what you do. Anything else?
No, that's it. This sounded really good. Like, I don't know who decided, but it just sounded really good. Like, it fit really well with the song.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello, Bruce.
Hi.
First of all, it's a privilege and honor to have you here today.
Oh, thank you. What's your name?
My name's Clay.
Clay?
Yes. I want to ask you, what was it like to work on all of Michael Jackson's albums throughout his career?
Oh, man. Boy, I'm gonna cry. Michael was something else. I don't think we'll ever see anyone like Michael again. Fabulous guy. And what more can I say? You like his music?
Of course I do. Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
it's really unique, isn't it?
Yes, he's probably the artist I listen to the most.
Oh, those records sound pretty good, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Love all of them.
Boy, Michael. Man, oh man. Michael, I sometimes talk about him in the present, and I shouldn't do that because he's gone, but whew, he was something. I consider myself blessed by meeting Michael and doing his recordings. And I think it shows in the work that we did together. Next.
Thank you, Bruce.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. My name's Solomon.
Is what?
Solomon.
Solomon.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very biblical.
My question is, what would you say was your breakthrough record that you worked on? The one that pretty much put you on the map to work with like Michael and
Harold Laffelmacher and the Six Fat Dutchman. No, I don't really know how to answer that question, and I shouldn't be flippant about it, but probably some of the big band recordings that I did, like I recorded Stan Kenton's band and Tommy Dorsey and many of the big bands, kind of made people notice me. Let's put it that way.
Thanks.
Thank you.
How's it going, sir? My name is Denicio, and I was reading Make Mine Music, and I don't want to misquote it, but I think it was Thriller. You recorded it on 196 tracks.
That's right.
How long did that take?
I don't remember, and it doesn't matter.
Good enough for me.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dawnette, and this question comes from the tech room. Were you there when they tracked the solo for Beat It, when Eddie Van Halen played it?
Was I there when?
When Eddie Van Halen tracked the solo for Beat It.
Oh, yes. Eddie Van Halen plays so loud in the studio that I couldn't be and he wanted, his hearing was so gone by that time that he had it too loud in the control room. So I told him, sorry guys, I can't be in here with this. I'm not ruining my career just for a guitar solo. So he brought his own engineer, Don Landy, who actually recorded that. And then I mixed it. But that is something all of you should be very aware of. Don't play the music too loud for too long. And I'm sure that everybody here at Full Sail will agree with that. Anything else?
Nice to meet you. It's an honor, Bruce.
Thanks.
Salvatore.
No, it's my honor.
Thank you. You could say like what makes a good singer, how do you become a good singer is working on singing better. Okay, so what makes a producer?
Love. Think about it. First of all, love of the music. Secondly, love of your own equipment, your ears. I don't mean nuts and bolts or knobs or anything, but love of your ears and of your ability. And also, it helps to know what makes you make a good mix. And my first advice there would be, turn the lights out. You see, sound is our second sense. Sight is our first sense. And in order to really take advantage of your ability with sound, you need to eliminate or minimize the visual. You understand what I mean? It's a little bit of a tough concept, but whenever I do a final mix, the lights in the control room are either way down or off.
Thank you.
How you doing? My name is Kalanji, and
great.
I wanted to know, you speak about your mentor, Bill Putnam, and I know he was like one of the greatest engineers of all time, and I wanted to know what was going through your head at the moment when you said that he said that you had started running the daily operations of the studio, and he said that he was going out to smoke a cigarette, and you said you didn't see him again for 5 years?
Yes.
Like, what was going to your head when,
You want to know what was going through my head?
Yeah.
I thought to myself, I guess he thinks I'm ready. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Because for him to leave me in charge, and we were working on a big record with a big band, Stan Kenton. You ever heard of him?
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, well, if Bill can just leave, I guess I can do the work.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Boy, this is great. I don't have to worry about anything. Good questions, people.
Hello, my name is Eric Henry. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And
what's your name?
Eric.
Eric. It's a good Viking name.
And one question I have is, I read that for the Billie Jean, for that, I can't remember the lyric right now, but for the sound effect, you actually had, it was like this flanging sound effect, and it said you had Mike sing through like some type of funnel or tube.
Through a mailing tube.
Yeah.
I brought a mailing tube in from the mailing room at the studio and taped it to a mic stand and then aim it into the microphone.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to try different things, by the way.
Okay. That kind of answered my question. I just wanted to know.
And that was on Billie Jean?
Yes, sir.
Our nickname for Billie Jean when we were doing it was, we called it Jelly Bean. Let's listen to Billie Jean. Boy.
It's hard to do on carpet.
Boy. That brings tears to my eyes, I'll tell you. That is incredible. Wasn't that something? Woo! Boy. Wow. I think maybe Michael was here for a minute. Anybody else feel that way? Okay, next.
Bruce, my name is Vernon Miller. It's so great to see you here.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
I have
Actually, when you get this old, it's great to be anywhere.
My question is, I heard that the story of Billie Jean was actually somewhat true, and that a girl had claimed that Michael was the father of only one of her twins.
Obviously, that can't happen. But yeah, he got in a bit of trouble there. But he didn't do anything.
Did that didn't cause any problems during the recording process, right?
No.
That's good.
No.
Thanks again for coming.
Are you kidding? It's great to be here. Love you people. Incidentally, I want to say something right now. Are you listening? Everybody quiet. I love Full Sail. Yeah. And anybody that knows, huh? Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's great. And anybody that knows me knows I don't bullshit about anything. Next.
Hey, Bruce. It's an honor to have you here. My name's Justin. I was just wondering if there's anything that you would say that makes a mix bad.
Bad?
Yeah.
Bad as in not...
As in it doesn't sound good to a professional.
Yeah, if it doesn't sound like music.
As in like too much compression or something like that.
I hate compression. I have no secrets, and there's one thing I'm going to tell you right now. I hate compression. Compression is very unnatural. And it's not, if you record your tracks right, you don't need compression. All of the recordings that I've done that we've been listening to here of Count Basie and Michael and so on, there's no compression on them. Maybe a little teeny bit during the mastering or something, but not even there if I can help it. Incidentally, do you know what Michael's nickname was from Quincy? Smelly, that's right. Quincy doesn't speak English. I mean, he does, but he has a different word for everything that happens. Quincy is also the most honorable and brilliant man that I've ever known. Do you know that Quincy studied orchestration with Nadia Boulanger in France, who taught Ravel? Now that's big time. So you see, really the only thing I need to say to this bunch of people is have your cap towards the front and love music. Don't play the speakers too loud, and for God's sake, don't use earphones. Any of you use earphones? Bad deal. They can damage our hearing, and we don't even know it. If you're going to use them, be sure and turn them way down. Besides, socially, using earphones is not too cool. I mean, how can you stand around with a cocktail and a cigarette and so on wearing earphones? I don't think so. Next.
How you doing? It's great to meet you. My name is Dennis.
Dennis.
I always want to ask any engineer this question.
No. Ask.
Thank you.
Ask.
All right.
Yeah, and listen, part of what we as engineers and musicians and so on want to do is to speak the language correctly. Everything that you do it the best that you can.
Thank you.
Yeah. And don't ask me that again.
I won't. All right. There's always a point when you're working with an artist where they give you some work to do that they're not totally comfortable with, but you see something in it, like a song that they may record that may not get released, but you see something in it and you go in and you work with it and you try and make it the best that you can make it. Is there any songs like that that you could describe, or any moments like that with Michael that you could share with us?
Man, no. No, I can answer that real quick. No. Michael was totally prepared, always. When he came to the studio, he would not read the lyric from the paper, because that takes part of your attention. He would memorize. We never did, none of these great songs that happened were read from the paper. They were always sung by Michael from memory. That's part of his legacy, I think, is memorize it. Don't read it.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Also, here, I'm going to give you one other little quickie tip, okay? Michael liked to record in the dark.
Wow.
We would frequently turn the lights out in the studio when he was recording. I can't say enough good things about Smelly, I'm telling you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next.
Hello, my name is Marari.
Is Marari?
Yes.
Great name.
Thank you. My question is there anything about music over your entire career and up to this modern day that you feel has changed and should come back? Like, is there, I listen to music now, and I listen to a lot of older music, and I feel like the sound quality has changed, the messages in the
For the good or for the bad?
For the bad. And I feel like...
You know what? I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Because listen to those older records and try to learn from them. Although the best thing that we can learn, use for a learning tool, is to go and hear live music in a natural surrounding. Does that help at all?
That does help. Can I follow up?
Of course.
What would you do if you were able to add on to your already fulfilled life? If you were able to come back and start over in our generation, and what would you do in this industry?
Ooh, boy, that's a hell of a question. I'd do the same. I have always been dedicated and loved what I do, but I also have been, I'm smart enough to know that I've been very fortunate to be at the right place at the right time and to deliver the goods.
Awesome. Thank you.
Next.
Hi. Good afternoon.
Hi.
I just have one question, only one. When you first came here, sitting down, and then you see everyone, all the students, just looking for you, just to see you. I just want to know, how do you feel? What was your reaction deeply inside?
Deep inside, my reaction is I'm grateful.
I'm grateful.
And where's my book? Here's my new book.
Great.
Be sure and buy one. It's a good book too. Do any of you have it? Do you like it? Isn't it great?
You have the opportunity. You have an opportunity to buy it. Have it, Mike? There we go. We have, I think, 100 copies here for sale. In the back.
That ought to take about 3 minutes.
In the front, I guess I should say, afterwards, if you are interested in it. It's a gorgeous book, great book, full of great information you won't get anywhere else.
Boy, isn't this fun? No, I'm serious. Isn't it fun? You enjoying yourself? I enjoyed the fact that all of you people are here. Thank you for coming. Next.
Hello, Bruce. My name is Samuel Kaysen.
Oh, what a great shirt. Green. That's my favorite color.
I'm actually surprised to be one of the first ones bringing this up, but working with so many music legends and being one of the engineers to help make them larger than life, with artists like B.B. King, the Chi Lights, Michael Jackson, Shaka Khan.
The Shy Lights.
I apologize.
The Shy Lights. Let me hear you say it.
The Shy Lights.
Okay.
Shaka Khan and your involvement in the Wiz soundtrack. And so much of the Motown movement, what could you say to bringing Motown back? How could we do it with respect to how it was and how we could adapt it with artists of today?
Boy, that's a great question. I can't answer that. I don't really know. All I know is that you people here that are here today have got to be really serious about what you do and then go do what he says. Boy, that got quiet, didn't it? Man. That it, green shirt?
That's it. Thank you. Thank you.
How you doing, Bruce?
Great. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Billie Jean.
No,
I love that song.
Who are you?
Oh, my name is Archwan Turner, recording art student. I just wanted to compliment you on that mix for Billie Jean. I think it's phenomenal.
Thank you. Yeah. Don't sing.
I won't. I'm not Michael. I'm not trying to be.
Nobody else is.
But how does one achieve such clarity and distinction amongst the sounds in the mix?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Mm-mm. I think probably recording with no compression, staying up all night, making sure that all the tracks are clean and clear, or if it's a stereo mix, making sure that you record it right.
Okay.
Because just having all the tracks with the little spaces in between cleared away doesn't assure a good recording. What makes a good recording is good music, great music. That's where you start. That's a pretty good shirt, too.
Peaches Records, New Orleans.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Hello, Bruce. My name is Sagar.
Saga?
Sagar.
What did he say? Huh? Souder. Solder. Like Solder Finnegan?
Sagar, like, is as in ocean. That's what it means.
Okay. Oh, it's important.
I have two questions, actually. First of all, the first time I saw you was on Dave Pensado's show. I've watched all of those shows. They're amazing shows.
They're great, aren't they?
They're really awesome. He's like one of my idols. I'd like to be someday like him. And the second one is, I'd like to know, there are two of Michael's songs which I think are really, really great. Whenever I listen to them, I mean, the whole album, all his albums are great. But these two songs, they always move me whenever I listen to them. One of them is Human Nature.
Oh, boy. Steve Porcaro wrote that. Yeah, gorgeous. Oh, man. Gorgeous piece of music.
I'd like to know, what microphone did you use on that song?
On what?
On Human Nature?
On what source?
On the vocals?
Oh, on Michael, yes. I think I used my U47. I'm fortunate in that I bought, when B and I were first married in like 53, actually we were married before then, but I bought two U47 Neumann tube mics. And those mics, when I bought them new, they were $390. I have turned down $15,000 for that same mic. What's that? Oh. Yeah.
And my second question is...
Yes. Did I answer the first question?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
My second question is, there's another song, I think it's called the Earth Song.
Earth Song, yeah. Oh, I'm just doing a Latin version of that. I'm doing with a band from Miami. We're doing all of Michael's music with Latin arrangements, and it is screaming.
And my last question is that during the interview with Dave, you had mentioned about one of the songs where you used a ribbon microphone on the vocals. Mm-hmm. Which song was that exactly?
Oh,
and what microphone?
Well, at the time that I did that, it was an RCA 44BX, but are you familiar with Royer microphones?
Yes.
Oh man, are they great. They're all ribbon mics, and they sound gorgeous. But I don't remember which song. On most of the songs on Michael, I used a Shure SM7.
SM57?
No, SM7. Big difference. Big difference. That 57 can make a pretty good snare mic. I have a bunch of them. Not for sale. Anything else?
No. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How you doing today,
My
Bruce?
man. Great. How are you doing?
I got a question for you. What's some
what's your name?
Josh.
Josh.
What's some wisdom you can bless on us upcoming artists and engineers as a speech you can give us to keep us going forward every day?
Oh, boy. That's great. What can I say? Okay, I'll tell you. This gig that we have, you listening?
Yes, sir.
This gig that we have is the best gig in life. It's called recording music. Take it seriously. Stay up nights. Work your ass off. That's about all I can tell you.
That's one. I got one more question for you.
Yeah.
Please tell me you had something to do with Heartbreak Hotel.
What's that?
The song from Michael, Heartbreak Hotel.
I didn't work on that.
Oh, you didn't?
No. Or did I? B, did I do that? No, I don't think so. It's one I missed with him.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Hi, it's me, Salvatore, again. I don't mean to grab on the mic all the time. I'm just asking a question because my friend Sarah is kind of shy, so she asked me to come here.
Who? Sarah?
Sarah, say hi, Sarah.
Where's Sarah?
Yeah, but she's really shy.
What's the matter with you? You got to straighten this guy out now before it's too late.
So she wanted me to ask you something about Paul McCartney, and she told me ask anything. So what I would ask about Sir Paul is how was it to work with such a prolific songwriter?
Well, and a badass bass player.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, how did you manage to actually select the songs and even the genres?
Michael selected the song. It's "The Girl Is Mine," and that's all there is to it. Okay. He's an incredible musician and a wonderful guy, just great guy, fun to be with. And he and Michael got along great.
And did Paul changed a lot of the stuff of stuff in the studio, or did they just come prepared with everything they wanted to?
Michael and Paul are pretty equal there. They were totally prepared. Neither of them had the lyrics in front of them. And I think this is a big point perhaps with Michael. I never recorded him where he had the lyrics in front of him. He always had them memorized. He'd stay up all night the night before to memorize the lyrics. Green dress.
Hello, my
Hi.
name is Bianca Pernice. I'm just wondering, since it's like there's such an emphasis on music being a part of inspiration, and you're inspired by something else. When you were young and first getting into the industry, what music inspired you to want to make great music?
Oh, boy, that's great. Well, I've always felt that inspiration is 1 part inspiration and 99 parts perspiration. Because you need to love music, and you need to really want success bad enough to do almost anything. I don't know what else to tell you besides that. Be serious about what you do.
Are there any particular artists that you were particularly inspired by?
When you've worked with Michael and some of the other artists that I've worked with, it's pretty hard to move on to something else, especially Michael.
That answers it. Thank you.
Okay. Next.
Hello, Bruce. How are you, sir?
Great.
My name is Brian. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Brian, nice to meet you.
One of the things that you said earlier was going to see a lot of live music and being a live
No,
sound.
you don't see music, you hear it.
Right, exactly. Thank you. There seems to be an ongoing trend in this day and age, and I'm not quite sure what it's about. One of the best examples I think I could give now, just from at least the last 10 years, is an album from a band named Chevelle. They did an album called Vanacera. It was produced by Michael Elvis Basquette. And it was, well, the production was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And it's funny because I see this trend where people are getting recorded, and then when you go and see them live, it doesn't sound anything like that at all.
Well,
and it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird, and that certainly wasn't the case with Michael.
Precisely. If you go and see Michael, what you hear, I mean, that's exactly what you're going to get when you go and you see Michael. And a lot of bands 20 years back and plus, still very much the same way. There are a lot of bands now that do that. I just saw Queens of the Stone Age a few weeks ago. Flawless. But is there an opinion that you could possibly give me to kind of help me?
No, it sounds like you're doing the right thing to me, though. Just go out and hear live music and keep at it. Where is it written that it'd be easy?
Well, it's not easy at all. But
No.
if I just like using like
But
Andy's.
and it's never been easy.
No.
No.
It hasn't.
No.
You're right. Did you see producers like Andy Sneap and Joe Barresi who will use 10, 12, 15, guitar tracks with an endless ceiling, and it's like you get up there and it's not that.
No, that's not. It isn't about how many tracks or how many knobs or how many faders or how big the console or tape or analog or digital. It's about the music, nothing else.
Very much agreed.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, Bruce. My name is Jordan.
Jordan.
Is there a particular moment or a story that you spent with Michael that you could share with us?
Oh, boy.
That kind of sticks out in your head?
Yeah. Michael was a Jehovah's Witness, and that he wouldn't curse. And to Michael, it was a big deal if he called something smelly. That's how he got his nickname. And that's about as big an event as I can think of, because Michael was really something very special.
And he never took the nickname Smelly offensively?
Never.
Wonderful.
Never. Oh, I wish I could impart to you how great a guy he was. Loved animals. Just fantastic. Next.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Juliana. I'm in the Media Communications program. And I want to talk to you about, I guess, the female and the gender role within the entertainment industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's something obvious that its majority is male, right?
Absolutely, and I hate that.
So,
I'm
right.
yeah.
That's why
But
I'm here.
it's always been that way.
Yeah.
That's nothing new. But I'm married to an incredible woman, and first of all, the female of our species live longer than the men. So right away you've got that as an advantage.
And if you have, I guess, any sort of advice or enlightenment or encouragement for us women that want to, take over.
Do good work. Do the best that you can. And remember, it's music first. It's not about the buttons or the knobs. Don't play the speakers too loud and throw away all your earphones.
Thank you.
Next.
Yeah, it's Solomon again.
Hey.
I love one of my favorite songs is "We Are the World."
Yeah.
And I want you to honestly pretend you're in your living room or something. Tell me, how do you feel about the remake?
Well, I didn't work on We Are the World.
They didn't work on that one?
No.
But still, how do you feel about the remake of it?
Haven't paid any attention to it, so I can't.
Never heard it?
Sorry, I can't answer your question.
All right, thanks. That answers my question.
Yeah. Next.
Hi, Bruce. How you doing?
Great.
All right, my name is Brian.
Brian.
I just want to put a bug in your ear. I was the guy that was here last year, Valentine's Day, and put my foot in my mouth and said you recorded Sinatra.
Oh, never did. No.
Remember that guy?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I had
It's
a couple.
Okay.
3 quick questions. First, I'm a fan of the Adrian Sherwood and how he just pushes levels and things like that. And a lot of his work is really like just in your face. And I wanted to ask you, I didn't get to ask last year.
Ask.
Me too, I did it.
Yes.
I like to ask about the intro to Scream, the heavy distortion and just any.
Well, that was actually, I don't think I worked on that either. That was my pals from Minneapolis. No, who the heck are they?
Jimmy and Terry?
Yeah, Jimmy and Terry. Jimmy James.
So you didn't mix Scream?
No.
Okay. And second, do you listen to anything current? And if you do, what's been...
I'm working with a band, local band, an Ocala band now, and they're really good. As a matter of fact, we could play something.
We have it on the list?
I think so. It's Michelle and Scott Dalzell. Have we got that back there? I'll play you something.
Okay, and then my last question, of course I don't have U47 money. It'll be quite some time before I do even U47 clone money. But my question is, I have a microphone that I'm gonna have sent off and have stuff done to it. I wanna know what's your take on, or your view on modified microphones.
Well, I don't have any.
Oh, I know, you got a pretty cool
I
collection.
have the originals, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what do you feel about that, or as far as young engineers?
Sorry. Have we got, huh? Play it. Check this out. This is a modern little mix I did. Isn't that great? That's about Michael, by the way. It's about Michael Jackson. Okay, who's next? Over here?
Hi, my name is Brandon Camacho, and I wanted to know the name of the artist, the Latin artist that you're working with for the Earth song, and what's your take on them? Do they do justice to the song?
Oh, they're wonderful. And I can't remember their name. B? No. They're just great. They're from Miami. And it's a Latin band, La India. You heard of them? No. Really good. All Michael songs, Latin. Okay.
Thank you.
Over here.
Yeah. What's going on, Bruce?
Well, you were what's going on.
All right. My name's Malik Hammond. I have a quick question. When it comes to recording a live session, whether it's in the studio or on stage, say you got your drums, bass, lead guitar, piano and organ, lead vocals and background vocals, what's the most important thing musically and technically?
Okay, technically, do the best job you can. Musically, do the best job you can. So it's pretty easy to, that's a thing. People kind of think what we do is mysterious and weird and everything. It never has been. Just do the best you can. Next.
Hey there, Bruce. My name is Philip Noel. One of my questions, just to ask, is if you want to have an impact on the world by changing the consciousness of people musically, what would you do? Where would you start?
Writing a great song.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it.
I don't feel I've really answered your question, but that's the best I can do. Writing a great song will change the world, like we are the world. Next.
Hello, Bruce. My name's Chloe Stratton. I just wanted to know, I've noticed that a big theme throughout this has been your drive in music and the industry and your inspiration more than the technical aspects. And I've seen the same in my father, who also has that same kind of drive, but he's a horseman. And
what year was he born?
In the 37, I think.
Oh, he's younger than me. I was born in 1934.
And I was just curious, what is your drive? What is the thing that says, what's the one thing that gives you the drive, that gives you that drive, the thing about music, about this industry that gives you the oomph that makes you want to get up every day and just go, wow.
Never thought about it. If you have to think about it, you probably can't do it. But no, I just want to do the best that I can for as long as I can in the best way.
Thank you.
Yeah, next. Last one.
All right, since I am the last one. My name is Andrew, and I have a large collection of actually Michael Jackson records, like vinyl. I'm sure everyone here, most everyone here does too. And my question is...
Vinyl sounds great.
It's amazing. It still to this day sounds
amazing.
Way better than what I'm going to ask you. What was your reciprocation to compact disc?
Well, interesting question. When it first came out, I was quite disappointed in its sound quality. But one thing I learned almost immediately, that digital recording can be made pretty palatable by recording on analog first and then transferring your material to digital. Because once you have the analog sound quality in the sound field, it will carry through to the digital. But if you start out in digital, you can't go the other way. Doesn't work.
Also, two statements. Between you and your wife, I guess the statement is true. Behind every great man is an even greater woman.
Yes.
I guess that is true.
I know that to be true.
Can we listen to Thriller?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Have we got it? Let's play Thriller. And I'm going to ask you to do something. All the lights off.
So if you've been listening, I'm sure that there was one thing that kept ringing true, and it was the words "music first," right? So I'd like to let him know that you heard him. So let's tell him music first, shall we? And then we'll end with an applause, and I think we have an announcement right after that. So let's thank this great man with, how about it, ready? Music first. Thank you, Bruce.